Hey y'all, welcome to the channel. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I am ready to jump right into this film. It comes so highly suggested and for so many different reasons. And personally, I love a good epic. My favorite one that I've seen is The Odyssey, and I'm ready to add Gladiator to the list. If you guys do want to help me out, you can like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your post notification bell so you never miss out on hanging out and watching some really good films together. Also, if you do want the full-length watch-along, the link for Patreon is down in the description. For now, let's jump right into Gladiator. My first major in college, because I had many, was history, because history never changes. And then I wound up doing kinesiology. They all bowed to him as he walked by.
Lean and hungry. Still nothing.
Nearly 2 hours. Will they fight, son?
I ordered you to move those catapults forward. They're out of range.
Range is good.
A danger to the cavalry.
Is acceptable. Agree.
This doesn't have a head. Oh, it doesn't have a head.
People should know when they're conquered.
What do you, Quintus?
So who has the upper hand here?
What I?
Because the men who came out the woodwork seem to be pretty gung-ho.
Athlete! 3 weeks from now, I will be harvesting my crops. Imagine where you will be, and it will be so. Hold the line!
He's telling them, look ahead to the future. Let's get this over with so we can get home.
Green fields with the sun on your face, do not be troubled, for you are in Elysium, and you're already dead! Brothers, what we do in life echoes in eternity.
It's like real life Game of Thrones. No, I thought the giants and the Wild Walkers.
Ignite!
Oh, that's why they put a ring of fire around them so they could light their arrows on fire. Very cool. And it's crazy kind of to watch fight scenes like this, like even watching the little catapults go and how they made the arrows light on fire, because in real life that's how it would have looked. So you feel like you're getting a bit of a peek into what it may have looked like back then. Look at all the arrows and all the like explosions it looks like.
Stay with me!
It's intense. Crazy because I think Game of Thrones has desensitized me to some battle scenes and to some extent, so now I can just sit here and appreciate them for what they are instead of just being horrified. This like a sound the swords make when they go into the body, man. I feel like you could hear their ribs. Dude. I knew that dog was gonna have to come into play somehow. Makes me nervous that he's out there. Oh. I I say Game of Thrones has desensitized me to some extent, but when they play the music like this and you see the brutality of battle and real men doing it, like fighting and their reactions to it. Whole time he was just watching. Did the dog live? That's important to me. I say that, and then I'm the same person in Alien that was like, I don't know if I'm saving Jonesy. I'm a dog person. So cat people, I get it. If it was a dog on the ship, I would have been like, ooh.
Do you think he's really dying?
He's been dying for 10 years.
If we weren't really dying, he wouldn't have sent for us.
Maybe he just misses us. For 2 weeks on the road, your incessant scheming is hurting my head.
He's made his decision. He's going to announce it. He will name me. The first thing I shall do is honor him with games worthy of his majesty.
The first thing I shall do.
Something tells me we don't like him. He seems like a brooding character. Normally, like, brooding isn't what we...
Where's the Emperor?
He's at the front, sire. The wounded are still coming in.
My horse. Kiss?
How do you just say kiss to somebody instead of kissing them?
You have proved your valor. Yet again, Maximus.
There's no one left to fight, sire.
How can I reward Rome's greatest general?
I didn't realize who the
Let me go,
animal
huh?
was that was just watching.
They honor you, Caesar.
They honor you.
Yeah, all that respect goes to him, the general.
Have I missed it? Have I missed the battle?
Oh, shut the front door.
You have missed the war.
Congratulations. Sacrifice 100 bulls to honor your triumph.
Honor Maximus. He won the battle.
Rome salutes you, and I embrace you as a brother. It has been too long, my old friend. Here, father.
I think it is time for me to leave. So much for the glory of Rome.
And I think we definitely see that energy coming from his son towards...
Still alive? Still alive.
Back to barracks, General.
Home. Wife.
Sorry, I also made tea. Didn't have time to let it sit.
I still have difficulty imagining.
Awful lot easier than blood, Quintus.
Here he is.
Because I like my tea strong, so I need it to steep for a while.
Wake up one day and all you'll say is, Republic!
Rome was founded as a republic.
Yes, the Senate has the power.
You stand, General. Emperor or Senate?
You could be extremely political.
I shall save you, Senator.
Max.
Going to need good men like you.
Y'all, she was eyeing Maximus.
The orders are obeyed and the battle is won. Scheme and squabble and flatter and deceive. We must save Rome from the politicians, my friend. Can I count on you when the time comes?
If my father releases me, I intend to return home.
Home. No one's earned it more. Don't get too comfortable. I may call on you before long.
I think he wants to get comfortable.
Did you know? She's not forgotten you. Now you're the great man.
If only you had been born a man, what a Caesar you would have made.
Father,
You would have been strong. I wonder, would you have been just?
I would have been what you taught me to be.
What good is strong if you're not just?
I need your help with your brother. He loves you. He always has. He will need you now, more than ever. Enough of politics. Let us pretend that you are a loving daughter.
Let us pretend.
This is a pleasant fiction, isn't it?
I wasn't quite sure what the dad was asking of the daughter in that moment we just witnessed, though. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of thought he was all glitz and glamour. You know, gold and robes, I guess, back then.
Tell me again, Maximus, why are we here?
For the glory of the Empire, sire.
Ah, yes, I remember. Do you see that map? Maximus, that is the world which I created. Conquered, spilt blood, expanded the empire without war. 4 years of peace in 20. I brought the sword, nothing more.
Caesar, your life.
Please don't call me that. Come sit. Let us talk together now. Very simply. Well, Maximus,
5,000 of my men are out there in the freezing mud. Not believe that they fought and died for nothing.
would you believe?
They
Maximus?
fought for you.
What is Rome, Maximus?
I've seen much of the rest of the war. Brutal and cruel. Rome is the light.
Yet you have never been there. I've not seen what it has become. I'm dying. He wants to know there was some purpose to his life. How will the world speak my name? Will I be known as the philosopher, the warrior, the tyrant? Or will I be who gave Rome back her true self? There was once a dream that was Rome. Anything more than a whisper, and it would vanish. That it will not survive the winter.
He's concerned for the entire Roman Empire, or for Rome in general.
It was a good home, worth fighting for. There is one more duty that I ask of you before you go home.
What would you have me do, Caesar?
He jumped up quickly for that.
To become the protector of Rome after I die. To give power back to the people of Rome and end the corruption that has crippled it.
He's not happy with Rome. He thinks it's corrupt.
Will you accept this great honor that
What
I
about his son?
offered you?
His son fully thinks that that's why he's been brought there.
That is why. It must be you.
A senator, somebody who knows
He
the city, who
absolutely does
understands
not
her
want
politics.
it.
Have not been corrupted by her politics. Commodus is not a moral man. You have known that since you were young. He must not rule. You're the son that I should have had.
Oh.
Will accept my decision. He knows that you command loyalty of the army. By sunset, I hope.
Sunset's not that long.
Now embrace me as my son. And bring an old man another blanket.
His son is not going to take well to that. And he really, Maximus does not want the position. And he called him like the son that he should have had. Dang, Pops.
My father favors you now. It was not always so.
Many things change.
Not everything. Maximus, stop. Let me see your face. I'm upset.
I lost many men.
What did my father want with you?
To wish me well before I leave for home.
I'd always tell when you were lying because you were never any good at
I never acquired your comfort with it.
it. True. But then you never had to. Life is more simple for a soldier. Or do you think me hot?
I think you have a talent for survival.
Maximus, stop. Is it really so terrible seeing me again? Hurts you to see my father so fragile. Father will announce his succession within days. Well, you served my brothers. You served his father.
I will always serve Rome.
I still remember you in my prayer. I pray.
Honey's coming in a little hot.
Glad to hear of your husband's death. I mourned him. I hear you have a son.
Yes. He'll be nearly 8 years old.
My son is also nearly 8. I thank you for your prayers.
Mother, come to me with the gods' desire for my future. Father, watch over my wife and son with a ready sword. Whisper to them I live only to hold them again. Sisters, I honor you, and will try to live with the dignity you have taught me.
He is obviously struggling with being away from his family. He does not want this title that he's being handed. Or I want to say given. I don't think handed's the correct terms because he's obviously worked very hard for what he's got.
Do what I want to do. The rest of the time, do what I have to.
We may not be able to go home after all.
I just feel like this son is so entitled that he's not going to take well to any of this.
Are you
The
ready
jealousy
to do
that he
your duty
has.
for Rome? You will not be emperor.
Which wiser older man is to take my place?
Will pass to Maximus until the Senate is ready to rule. Rome is to be a republic again.
Maximus,
He's
My decision
done.
disappoints you?
you wrote to me once, listing the 4 chief virtues. Wisdom, justice, fortitude, and temperance. As I read the list, I knew I had none of them. But I have other virtues, Father.
He said he had none of those.
Courage, perhaps not on the battlefield, but there are many forms of courage. Devotion to my family, to you. But none of my virtues won your list, as if you didn't want me for your son.
Oh no.
You go too far.
I searched the faces of the gods. Please you, to make you proud. Would have been like the sum of my heart for 1,000 years.
He's always been striving for his father's approval and attention.
You hate so much. All I've ever wanted was to live up to you, Caesar.
Commodus, your faults as a son is my failure as a father.
I would put to the whole world if you would only have loved me.
Wow, it runs deep. Is he smothering him? What? Oh, that's so horrible. You smothered your daddy.
Maximus, the Emperor needs you. The men with me, brother. Our great father is dead.
You killed him. Diabolical. I just really detest people who do things behind the scenes and then want to act good to everyone else's face. It's a trigger for me. So the character, the son's character, is so annoying. And it's easy to believe that he didn't do anything to him because the father was on his deathbed as he was telling people.
Your emperor asked for your loyalty, Maximus. Take my hand. I only offer it once.
What a diabolical little twerp.
Quintus.
I think jealousy is one of the ugliest traits someone can carry. She knows. What?
Hail Caesar.
She slapped him and then kissed his ring.
The Emperor has been slain.
The Emperor died of natural causes.
Why are you armed, Quintus?
Guards!
Oh, you've got to be kidding me.
I'm sorry, Caesar has spoken. Right until dawn, and then execute him.
Promise me that you will look after my family.
Your family will meet you in the afterlife.
There's something about this that is so... Like, I'm so angry.
Whisper to them that I live only to hold them again. At least give me a clean death. A soldier's death.
I just hate twerpy people who get away with things. Who move over jealousy and get away with it because they can. He's... Wow, and the way he's even holding the sword to do it.
Sometimes it makes the blade stick.
His hands... Oh my gosh, his hands were tied. Oh my god.
Praetorian!
He called his name. How many did he just take out? The blood. And he got the horses. Fantastic. Let's go. He is all by himself in the middle of nowhere, but he is alive. That is 100 times greater than what we thought was about to happen just a few moments ago, before he handed those men their rears. Oh no. Why? This has got to be out of pure sheer evil. He thinks it's his dad. Oh! Oh! Oh no, and it looks like he's close. He was close. He's too late. Oh my gosh, he's been waiting to get back to them. Oh my gosh, this is like one of the worst feelings I've had in a movie, like of rage and hopelessness and I'm ticked. Remember the way he described his home when he was talking to Caesar? It's so disgusting. It's so disgusting. Because you know how much he loved them. I think also it's just disgust. I'm so disgusted they would do this.
Madre.
This is one of the most tragic backstories for a character.
Don't die. Not yet.
And you got me in the cage. Ew! Ew!
Don't die. They'll feed you to the lions. They're worth more than we are. Better now?
I don't know what he put in it. It still looks gross, but he said he was going to help him. I have an itch. I can't get it. Sukabar. Did I say that correctly? Oh, it's like right at the bottom of my shoulder blade. I just want to scratch it.
Proximo! My old friend, a great day when you are here is your most fortunate day.
Those giraffes you sold me walk around eating and not mating. You sold me queer giraffe. I want my money back.
The chance. Do special price for you. Have you seen my new stock? Come and see them.
So he sells exotic things then.
Do any of them fight?
Some are good for fighting, others for dying. Need both, I think.
What's a trade? What's a hunter?
No. Salt mine in craft. Sit down.
This is actually horrible.
Mark of the Legion. Deserter.
Maybe so. Spaniard.
I'll take 6.
The Numidian alone is worth 2,000.
These slaves are rotten.
It all adds to the flavor. Can negotiate.
I'll give you 2,000. That's 5,000 for an old friend.
So this great Roman general is just sold into slavery.
I could profit from your death. And as your mother was there at your beginning, so I shall be there at your end. And when you die, and die you shall, your transition shall be to the south. Gladiators, I salute you.
Those are those giraffes I was talking about.
Red.
Red.
Each one of them are getting assigned a color. He's just gonna let him hit him. I wasn't expecting that. I expected him to put the sword out and
That's
show.
enough for the moment. His time will come.
He's scratching it off.
Why don't you fight? We all have to fight. Is that the sign of your gods? Will that not anger them?
It's very interesting to see their traditions and culture.
The gods favor you. Red is the gods' color. You will need their help today.
What exactly are they walking under, though? Anybody else think it's incredibly cool? Just the scenery,
Some of you are thinking you won't fight.
the structures.
Some that you can't fight. They all say that till they're out there. Listen. Thrust this into another man's flesh. We'll applaud and love you for that. You may begin to love them for that. Ultimately, we're all dead men. Sadly, we cannot choose how, but can decide how we meet that end in order that we are remembered as men.
He put that powder on his hand. Does that mean he's getting ready to fight? I wonder how he's peeing on himself. The people who ultimately produced Game of Thrones, I wonder if they went back and watched Gladiator. Because some of these moments we see, there is some similarity in what happens in that series. Oh, as soon as he came out the door! How's a man wearing the bullhead gonna move? He didn't pick up nothing but a shield. He's not gonna survive. This is crazy brutal. Were they chained together? I thought I saw that they were chained together. That's even more insane. Well, they just came in there and handled business. The other man said he was just a hunter, but you could see how that could easily help him when it comes to fighting.
Enters Rome like a conquering hero. What has he conquered?
Give him time, Grant. I think he could do very well.
Rome or for you?
What has he conquered? He threw a fit because Daddy didn't give him what he wanted, so he murdered Daddy, and now he's rolling in on a horse-drawn carriage, acting like he did something epic.
Senator, Rome greets her new emperor. Thank you, Falco. Trust they weren't too expensive.
Caesar. Gracchus.
Just they weren't too expensive.
The Senate has prepared a series of protocols, beginning with basic sanitation for the Greek quarter. Combat the plague, which is already springing up there.
Don't you see, Gracchus? It's the very problem, isn't it? Father spent all his time at study. He spent his twilight hours reading scrolls from the Senate.
But the Senate is the people, sire, chosen from among the people to speak for the people.
People eat so well as you do, Gracchus. Or have such splendid mistresses, Gaia.
And perhaps Caesar will be so good as to teach us out of his own extensive experience.
I call it love. I am their father.
You ever embrace someone dying of plague, sire?
No, you interrupt me again.
Senator, my brother is very... Leave your list with me.
Your brother is insufferable.
They didn't see the battles. What do they care about Germania?
Care about the greatness of Rome.
Well, what is that?
It's an idea. Greatness is a vision.
Exactly. Do you not see, Lucilla? I will give the people a vision of Rome, and they'll love me for tedious sermonizing of a few dry old men. I will give the people the greatest vision of their lives.
He wants to be adored by the people. He also wanted to be adored by his father. Seems like he might have a complex.
The whole of Rome would be laughing at him.
Fear and wonder. Powerful combination.
Really think that people are going to be seduced by that?
I think he knows what Rome is. Conjure magic for them and they'll be distracted.
Exactly what his plan is.
The beating heart of Rome is the sand of the Colosseum. You'll bring them death, and they will love him for it.
The heart of Rome is the sand of the Colosseum, and if he brings them death, they will love him for it. Yikes. He's already gained their respect. They just call him Spaniard. They're backing up now. Remember the way they came out swinging when they didn't know who was in there? Jeez, he's so lethal. I don't think they could have found a better actor for this role. It's Russell Crowe, correct? Goodness. Watching him fight, it's just like he's impeccable.
Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?
Are you not entertained? They're chanting his name after he just called them out. I was like, this is what you came here for. I killed them while you entertained now?
You're good, Spaniard, but you're not that good.
I'm required to kill, so I kill.
That's enough for the provinces, but not for Rome. The young emperor has arranged a series of spectacles to commemorate his father. I find that amusing. It's the all-knowing Marcus Aurelius that closed us down. We're finally going back to where we belong, the Colosseum. Oh, you should see the Colosseum, Spaniard. 50,000 Romans. Every movement of your sword, willing you to make that killer blow. Silence before you strike. Rises up like as if you were the thunder god himself.
You were a gladiator?
Yes, I was.
You can tell he was because of the way he spoke of the Colosseum.
A long time ago, the emperor presented me with a rudius. It's a wooden sword, a symbol of your freedom. He touched me on the shoulder. Sir Aurelius. I did not say I knew him. I said he touched me on the shoulder once.
You ask me what I want. I too want to stand in front of
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't the best because I killed quickly. I was the best because the crowd loved me. Win the crowd and you'll win your freedom.
Win the crowd, win your freedom. He's saying, you're a killer, let's put on a show.
It's somewhere out there. My country, my home. My wife is preparing food. My daughters carry water from the river. Will I ever see them again? I think not.
Do you believe you'll see them again when you die?
I will die soon. They will not die for many years. I'll have to wait.
You see, my wife and my son are already waiting for me.
You'll meet them again, but not yet.
Not yet. That's what he's told him from the beginning.
I didn't know men could build such things.
Architecture.
Win the crowd.
Man, stay away from the little boy. Creep. I would feel so weird knowing that, you know, he smothered daddy. Now you're watching my kid sleep.
He sleeps so well because he's loved.
Come, brother. It's late.
I will make Rome the wonder of the ages.
What are they putting in their drink?
That is what Gracchus and his friends don't understand. His eyes are splitting my head to pieces.
Commodus, drink this tonic.
I think the time is almost right. Could announce the dissolution of the Senate. The celebration to honor our father. You think I should? Other people ready?
I think you need your rest.
Is he going even more mad than how we met him?
Will you stay with me?
Still afraid of the dark?
Still. Always. Stay with me tonight.
You know I won't.
And kiss me.
I knew something was off with the way he acted towards her. On the forehead. My goodness, ladies.
Battle, so the emperor gives them battle. You get the Battle of Carthage. Oh, why don't you go down to the prison and round up
Some killer eyebrows. I don't know if I've ever seen fancier brows.
best gladiators in the whole of the empire, then I want double the rates.
So you'll get your contract cancelled. You don't like it? Crawl back down that shithole that you came from.
Oh the wig just sets it off.
Gladiator, are you the one they called the Spaniard? They said you were a giant. You could crush a man's skull with one hand.
Hands? No, the boys.
They have good horses in Spain?
This is Argento.
They were my horses. They were taken from me.
I like you, Spaniard. I shall cheer for you.
They let you watch the games.
My uncle says it makes me strong.
Master Lucius, it is time.
Now he knows who that was.
I have to go.
Your name is Lucius?
Lucius Varus. After my father.
You can't see who he is. So that's an intimidating look too.
When the Emperor enters, salute him and die with honor.
Die with honor. The architecture of Rome is always stunning, but they did such a great job with it in this film. Like, the look is very... I mean, that alone is something you could just get lost in, just looking around at how intricate and detailed everything is. He didn't do it. Nobody noticed.
To hallowed antiquity, bring you a recreation of mighty Carthage.
I really hate his wing and brow combo.
Bent on merciless, your emperor, to give you the barbarian.
Anyone here been in the army? I served with you at Vindabona. You can help me. Whatever comes out of these gates, we've got a better chance of survival if we work together. If we stay together, we survive.
So now they have to work together to live. They're so outnumbered massively, and they have horses. Like, he's even playing general out there telling them what to do. Come together, instead of just leaving everybody out there like sitting ducks. And they're listening. He's so smart. Saved him. He's saving him. He's saving people. They just cut her in half. Wow, taking him out.
Let's go to the chariot! Get out there!
He's putting people on the chariots. He's getting a kick out of it. He's just sitting up there getting a kick out of it. Are ruthless things. See, that's my kids. That moment with the horse just spinning was... This man can organize an entire Roman army, but also a group of men from all around the world that have been put into slavery, now gladiators.
But shouldn't the barbarians lose the Battle of Carthage?
Forgive me.
He looks and sounds like an old Barfly with that wig and that voice.
Who is he?
The Spaniard, sire.
I think I'll meet him.
She knows who he is because she's been eyeing that man. She said, I know those arms.
Drop your weapons.
And they waited for him to give him the nod.
Emperor has asked for you.
I'm at the Emperor's service.
He's such a brat. He's thinking about it.
Rise! Rise!
Because the little boy's there. Dang it, boy.
Your fame is well-deserved, Spaniard.
He's got the boy right in front of him.
With this young man, he insists you are Hector reborn. Why doesn't the hero reveal himself and tell us all your real name? You do have a name.
My name is Gladiator.
How dare you show your back to me? Remove your helmet and tell me your name.
Dang, there goes
My name is Maximus Decimus Meridius, General of the Felix Legions. And to the true Emperor, Marcus Aurelius, father to a murdered son, husband to a murdered wife, I will have my vengeance in this life or the next.
Shaking. Shaking. In him little boots. We needed him to be surprised so he could just like... No. He knows who you are. He's not gonna let you live. He cares about the crowd's opinion. And if he, in that man makes it, and they love Gladiator. They love Maximus. So if you kill him, they're not gonna like you. And he cares about them liking him. Because he needs that. He has to. It's not hard to do. He has to. So he gets no points for letting him live. We know this is like an until later thing. Because he's a twerp with a fractured, fragile ego. And now they're not saying Spaniard, they're saying Maximus. Because he had a whole moment out there in front of everybody.
I did what I had to do. If Father had had his way, the Empire would have been torn apart. You do see this. What did you feel when you saw him?
I felt nothing.
He wounded you deeply, didn't he?
No more than I wounded him.
They lied to me in Germania. They told me he was dead. If they lie to me, they don't respect me. How can they ever love me?
He needs you to love him.
Then you must let the legions know that treachery will not go unpunished.
I wouldn't want to be your enemy.
What will you do?
Why only him?
Pay well to be pleasured by the bravest champions.
I knew your brother would send assassins.
Maximus, he doesn't know.
My family was burnt and crucified while they were still alive.
I knew nothing.
Don't lie to me!
I wept for them.
I should wept for your father.
Been living in a prison of fear since that day. To be unable to mourn your father for fear of your brother.
That's why she slapped him. She was mad, but she kissed him because she instantly knew what he would do to her.
And of every day because your son is heir to the throne. Oh, have wept.
My son was innocent.
So is mine.
She knows the way her brother's looking at her son.
Must my son die too before you
because
trust
he's
me?
empty the throat.
What does it matter if I trust you or not?
The gods have spared you. Today I saw a slave become more powerful than the Emperor of Rome.
With the power only to amuse a mob.
The mob is Rome. And while Commodus controls them, he controls everything. My brother has enemies, most of all in the Senate. No one would dare stand up to him until you.
Oppose him, yet they do nothing.
Politicians who have dedicated their lives to Rome. If I can arrange it, will you meet him?
Night or in the arena tomorrow. I am a slave. What possible difference can I make?
I knew a man once. A man of principle who loved my father. This man served Rome well.
That man is gone. Your brother did his work well.
Your brother destroyed that man. Out of jealousy.
Never come here again.
God! The lady has finished with me.
The way she can help him is to never come back. That's a way to tell somebody to get step in. What in the world type of game is this?
Maximus, you commanded legions, many victories.
Yes, in many countries.
General!
I wouldn't trust the food either. He did it for him. He tried his food to make sure it wasn't poison, though. Because what if it was?
You have a great name. He must kill your name before he kills you.
Yes, Mr. Gracchus.
You enjoying the pleasures of the vulgar crowd.
I do try to be a man for.
People of Rome, on the 4th day of Antioch, 64th day of the game, in his majestic charity, with an historical final match. To 5 years in retirement, Caesar, the only undefeated, the legendary Gaul!
And they haven't brought this man out in 5 years. Wonder why he's bringing him out now.
He knows too well how to manipulate the mob.
I had a dream that was Rome, Proximo.
Marcus Aurelius is dead, Maximus. Shadows and dust!
Shadows and dust. He brought out somebody that the people loved because he was undefeated before, too, though. He's a great manipulator.
They embrace him like he's one of their own.
He'll be forgotten in a month.
She is definitely playing her role because she knows how her brother is.
Much sooner than that. It's been arranged.
It's been arranged, so he's gonna cheat. Well, did we expect anything less from him?
We who are about to die, salute you!
What are the chains for that they just pulled tight? What? Tigers? You don't think that monster of a man was enough? Of no advantage? That man just moves so slow. They let the tigers get dangerously close to Maximus, but not to the big guy. You're kidding. Man has to kill tigers and this beast at the same time. That man that they keep showing is the man that was still going to hand him the sword even when the guards showed up. He's not going to do it. Are you still saying Maximus's name? Boo. Boo.
What am I going to do with you? You simply won't die. Are we so different, you and I? You take life when you have to.
I have only one more life, then it is done.
Take it now. They tell me your son squealed like a girl when they nailed him to the cross. And your
Are
wife
you kidding me?
moaned like a whore when they ravaged her.
You...
Together.
Time for honoring yourself will soon be at an end, Highness.
I can't believe he held it together. I cannot believe he didn't just strangle that man.
Where are you camped? Hostia!
Tell the men their general lives.
Move along!
Find me!
He used that woman as a ploy to give him whatever this is. His son, wife, the figurines.
Can they hear you? Your family? In the afterlife?
Oh, yes.
What do you say to them?
To my boy. I tell him I will see him again soon, to keep his heels down when he's riding us. To my wife, that is not your business.
And now they love Maximus for his mercy.
Oh gosh.
Makes me even more unmerciful. The whole thing's like some nightmare.
I can't stand him because all he wants to do is manipulate the people instead of just being a good person, and I hate people like that.
Every day he lives, they grow bolder. Kill him.
No, I will not make a martyr of him.
He wants to destroy him first.
Cicero, my old friend. Perhaps I'd seen you for the last time. I thought you were dead. How long have the men been in Ostia? How do they look?
Fat and bored.
So
Some fool from Rome.
How soon do you think they could be ready to fight?
For you, tomorrow.
Because you know how much the soldiers loved him.
I served your father, Vindabona. I served your father, Vindabona. And I served the General Maximus. I serve him still.
Stop!
Stop!
Stand back.
His word, he will meet your politician.
For your loyalty, soldier.
Thank you, my lady.
So he got word to her. We can trust sister, yeah?
Leave us. Senator Gracchus?
We know we can trust him. I feel like we can. He's been on the right side of history so far.
My coming here today is evidence enough that you can trust me.
The Senator's with you?
Yes, I can speak for them.
Buy my freedom and smuggle me out of Rome. Get me outside the city to take me to Ostia. My army is in camp. I shall return at the head of 5,000 men.
But the legions all have new commanders.
Let my men see me alive and you shall see with their world.
Yeah, I believe him.
Marcus Aurelius trusted his daughter. Trust you. I will trust you.
Thank you.
But we have little time. 2 days, and I will buy your freedom. You stay alive, or I'll be dead.
Your life depends on mine. Well, my life depends on yours.
Do you remember what it was to have trust, Proxima?
Who am I to trust?
I will kill Commodus.
Why would I want that? He makes me rich. I know that you are a man of your word, General. I know that you would die for honor. You would die for Rome. You would die for the memory of your ancestors. I'm an entertainer.
He says, I'm not about honor, I'm about entertaining.
Killed the man who set you free.
Maybe that changes something. Because, you know, he had so much respect for the man that set him free.
Where have you been? I sent for you.
Please, brother. What's troubling you?
Does Gracchus have a new lover? I thought you'd seen him. Vex everyone like a putrid field. The health of the Rome, the Senate must be bled very soon.
It's just like anyone who doesn't agree with him, he's just gonna kill.
Do you remember what our father said once? It's a dream, a frightful dream. Life is. Do you think that's true? I think it is. And I have only you to share it with.
I hate that she has to play along with this. Oh.
None of you.
Oh, she's disgusted. So am I.
Congratulations, General. You got very persuasive, friend.
So he's gonna do it.
We daren't wait any longer. We must leave tonight. We'll come at midnight and take you to the gate. Your servant, Cicero.
You have done all this. You risk too much.
I have much to pay for.
You have nothing to pay for. You're strong for him.
I'm tired of being strong. My brother hates all the world.
Because your father chose me.
Because my father loved you.
That's exactly what it is. She risked a lot for this. But it's not just about him. This is about doing what's right, too, for her. And I'm sure kissing him feels right, too. Oh, I'm so nervous for the little boy.
Isn't it late to be playing Legionnaire?
I'm not a legionnaire. I'm a gladiator.
A gladiator? Gladiators only fight in the game.
I'm Maximus, the savior of Rome.
Savior of Rome.
The savior of Rome.
Savior of Rome.
And who said that?
Where's Lucius?
She's with the Emperor, my lady.
No.
Pressed it to her breast.
Put her in the breast?
Yes. Royal ladies behave very strangely.
I think it's silly.
So do I. Sister, join us.
I've been reading too.
Very clever little boy. You'll make a grand emperor one day. You've been reading about the great Mark Antony and...
The queen killed herself with a snake.
Wait until you hear what happened to Aya. Tomorrow night I'll tell you the story of Emperor Claudius. He was betrayed by those closest to him. By his own blood.
He looks more and more deranged as he talks.
What you've been doing. Busy, little bee. Or I shall strike down those dearest to you. You shall watch as I bathe in their blood. And the Emperor was heartbroken.
I hate him so much.
Him more deeply than anyone else could ever have done. And what do you think happened then, Lucius?
He feels entitled to her, so he's gonna take what she loves most. This the most evil kind of person.
The little bee told him everything.
I actually I'm getting really... This scene really is too much for me. he's just not gonna get out of there in time.
Open the gates! Gates!
Here. It seems you've won your freedom.
Are you in danger of becoming a good man?
Jula.
Die!
Uh-oh. Proximo handed over the keys before he and didn't open the gate for these men.
You need moments, so do not be careless with your lives. Don't want any part of this. Go back to your cells.
See, he's able to just gain everyone's trust and respect. Look what he did here. It's the same thing he did with his army. And all the gladiators are fighting just to get him out. Essentially giving their life because they know they don't stand a chance against this many people. You know they're gonna kill Proximo. He's warning him. He was warning him.
I'm sorry.
Where are they? It's a trap. It's a trap! No! It was a trap! He's gonna really get away with this crap?
It's done. And what of my nephew? And what of his mother? Should they share her lover's fate? Or should I be merciful? Commodus the Merciful.
He might be one of my least favorite characters of all time.
So much as looks at me in a manner that displeases me, you will die. If she decides to be noble and takes her own life, you will die.
Using her own child against her.
And as for you, you will love me as I loved you. You will provide me with an heir of pure blood, and his progeny will rule for 1,000 years. Am I not merciful?
I find him disturbing, disgusting, devilish.
Am I not merciful?
No, you're horrible. I hate this moment. I'm getting super concerned because I know the film is about to be over and we haven't killed the Emperor. Maximus is in chains. Oh.
Max, they call for you. The general. The slave who became a gladiator. The gladiator who defied an emperor. Striking story. Now the people want to know how the story ends. Only a famous death will do. And what could be more glory? Challenge the emperor himself in the great arena.
What?
You would fight me?
Why would you fight him? You're a twerp.
Do you think I'm afraid?
Yes, you should be.
I think you've been afraid all your life.
Unlike Maximus the Invincible?
I knew a man who once said, "Death smiles at us all. All a man can do is smile back."
There's so many great quotes in this movie.
Did your friend smile at his own death?
You must know. He was your father.
You loved my father, I know. But so did I. That makes us brothers, doesn't it?
No, you... He just...
Strap on his armor. Conceal the wound.
He's wounded. He's dying out there while you... I can't stand people who manipulate situations and try to look like the good guy. Like, you guys have no idea how triggering this is. I'm so ticked off. I was never even this mad at Joffrey. It's the way that he needs people to love him and he needs this affection and he cares so much about what people thinks about him. But behind the scenes, he's like a devil. And he's gonna get away with it. Because he can. Because the other guy has so much honor. Have you guys ever met somebody like that? Manipulate the whole scenario, but in reality, like, really bad person. You can tell he's hurt. You can tell he's hurt. I hate this so much. in his fancy little getup out there, putting on an act. This is not going good. Thank you. This man deserves no mercy. I'm sorry. Tear him to pieces.
Quintus, sword! Give me your sword!
No, you're disarmed.
Sword! Give me a sword!
Sheathe your sword!
He said sheath them. He had one. He doesn't even have a weapon. He's beating the mess out of you, punk. Yeah. Yeah, please. Baby punches. Those little baby punches. I feel so much relief the harder he drives that knife in, and I know that sounds horrible, but I hated him so much. He might be the worst character in movie, like in film or TV history that I've ever witnessed. He is so unlockable, and I'm so glad he's dead.
Maximus.
You know he's gonna die. He's been bleeding out for how long?
Senator Gracchus is to be reinstated. There was a dream that was wrong. It shall be realized. These are the wishes of Marcus Aurelius.
Free the prisoners! Go!
He carried through with the final wishes. And this is the scene he's been seeing the whole time. It's been him seeing his wife and son. That's tragic. This is so tragic. He doesn't get to live to...
Lucius is safe.
Like, it's tragic, but why is it so beautiful? Because, you know, he wouldn't have wanted anything more than to be with his wife and son.
He was a soldier of Rome.
Who will help me carry him?
Do you see how quickly everybody stepped up to help carry him? It's like you wanted to see him live. And look, they just left him. Good. They just left his body out there. What a beautiful movie.
I will see you again, but not yet.
Not yet. Not yet. Oh, what a beautiful movie. Like, what a big range of emotions that were felt. And wait, do I like that? Oh my goodness. Yeah, that was phenomenal. It says there's a Gladiator 2. I feel like we just wrapped that up nice and neat with a bow. Why do we have a Gladiator 2? I don't know. I don't know about that. Let's talk about Gladiator 1. That is at the top of the list of one of the best movies that I think I have ever seen. I want to create a list of, just in my opinion, some of the favorite films that I've watched, but that one is definitely at the top, along with Forrest Gump and Dances with Wolves and, of course, the Lord of the Rings franchise, Silence of the Lambs, and what is the one where they are locked in the home and the husband goes crazy? I love that one too, with Jack Nicholson. But the actor that they got right here to play Maximus, there's no better way they could have better casted him. He was just the way he carried himself he was very strong and masculine, and he was perfect for this role. But the entire storyline was so tragically beautiful. There were so many parts where your heart was ripped out of your chest. But the way that they put it back in, even though it wasn't the same, it was fulfilling. To know that the Emperor is dead at the end, to know that he does get to go be with his wife and son, and to know that he did carry out the promise that he made at the beginning to Caesar. So I thought that this was a great movie. I don't know about Gladiator 2 because there's no way that we continue upon this storyline, and that the storyline is where it's at. So I think all of the actors in this as well were impeccable, but also just getting to look at Rome and the architecture and how well they did with that. The Colosseum was beautiful. So overall, it was just such a great watch, and I'm so glad that you guys suggested it, and I'm so happy you watched it with me. Thank you for being here. If you do want to help me out before we go, you could like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your post notification bell so you never miss out on hanging out and watching some really good shows together. Also, if you want the full-length watch-along, the link for Patreon is in the description. For now, let's go out in this big, beautiful world and spread light and love and just try to make somebody smile. Until next time, I'll see you guys later.